We have that. I got that. Thank you so much. We have that broker moment. Broker. Awesome. Thank you so much. Sweet. Yeah, Scott Leroy. When do we have him going? Let me see. Okay, so we got broker moment, and then we'll go right into Scott Leroy. Okay, cool. Thank you for that. And, yeah, we're ready to go. Yeah, and I'm in the Zoom room already. Let's tee some Zach up and call it a day. All right. Hey, Ted.
Hey, Brian. Hey, I know real quick, you're about ready to go on to your meeting, which I might not be able to get into because I'm swimming in shit, but I have a pertinent question on that.
Yeah.
Commercial property. What does
Home. Good question. On the link that I sent you, there's an estimated income number on there. So if you click on it, uh it doesn't, so it breaks it down. Yeah, it does, like, so unit one, unit two, three, four, five, six on one of them. So one of them is 6 units, the other one is 8.
Yeah, see, I didn't want to send the link to the pictures, and that's why they're asking. So now I know
Yeah, like,
the link, and then I'll just individually respond to them.
yeah, not, yeah, I get it,
One
not
last
giving.
question before you gotta go.
Yeah.
What is the what do you think?
Oh, that's close. Yeah, probably because I haven't really looked at it. I think this was just a good example for what I'd be interested in, and so that's why I'd want to see what the options are.
Okay, fine. Well, if you're doing your meeting, I may be shooting you some emails. You don't have to address them, but just know that when we're out your meeting, take a look and have some answers for you.
I dig it. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, let me know to share feedback, share the post with you. Uh,
Hey, Joe. Good to see you.
Hi, Jaime, good to see you.
Hey, how are you? How you doing? Hey, Sandra, how are you? Sandra's got a nice smile. She lights up the whole screen there.
Happy birthday, Ryan!
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you, man.
Feliz,
I'm on mute.
feliz cumpleaños.
Feliz cumpleaños, Brian.
Yeah. Who's gonna sing the Mananitas for him?
You, Jaime, you sing.
I can't sing it. I wish I could.
How you doing, Jaime? Haven't seen you for a while.
No, I have to catch up with you. Is this Patty?
Yes,
I miss you, Patty.
likewise.
I've seen you in a while.
I was there. When was it Thursday or Friday? I was there.
I saw your post.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. You do well on the post, Patty.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you do real good.
We try.
Yeah.
That's great.
That music's pretty good. Everybody start dancing, huh?
It's peppy. Oh.
Yeah, I know. Start dancing. Yeah. There's Joe. Now, ladies and gentlemen.
Good day, good day. How are we doing?
Joe. Hey, hello, Brian.
How
Mr.
are we
Wireheart.
doing, everybody? I trust
Good.
all is fantastic. Jaime, did I hear that you were digging our jams just now, man?
Yeah, it was pretty good, Brian. It was good music. Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing. I was over here dancing. No, it wasn't.
I saw you nodding your head, man. I saw you were getting with it. It's all good.
Yeah,
It's
it's
all
pretty good music. Yeah, that's like clean the house music, you know?
That is, it could either be clean the house music or it could be your going out music, whatever you prefer, whatever you
Yeah, I
appreciate.
know. But sometimes cleaning the house can be very mundane. You have to do something to make it.
Get a little get a little energy up there, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
So I appreciate us you being ready to go today. We've got some updates going on, and so we're going to get you updated, as well as we're going to work to bring some new happenings here as an office. So it's good. So real quick though, tell me something good. What are we appreciative of, other than we know what's happening here? Let's just get to the point, huh? Shall we? Let's just get to the point. Where are we? Hold on. We're gonna find it. We're gonna find it. We're gonna find it. Wait a second. I'm like going through all the slides right now. We gotta get the one that matters most right here. Hold on. Give me a second. We're gonna find it. Hold on. Please hold. There we go. There we go. Try this again. Oh, is this the wrong slide? No, this should be updated. Let's see. Hey, it's gonna refresh. Don't worry. But anyway, we know that it's our very own Ryan's birthday. We want to go ahead and wish him a phenomenal birthday. There we go. Let's go ahead and make that screen big. Oh, there we go. There it is. Somebody wish him a happy birthday on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Ryan.
Yeah. Let's do that again, just because it was so interesting. All right. On the count of 3, let's wish Ryan a happy birthday. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday.
Woo!
Yeah. Screenshot the hand to the forehead. There you go. Yeah, he's grateful. I don't know if his mic is echo is a source of an echo right now, and yet he's blushing. So that's the good news. He's grateful and embarrassed at the moment. So very excited. Thank you for all you do, Ryan. And obviously, very few see how hard you work and how much effort you bring to the table. And we're gonna celebrate you with cupcakes, my man. So there's tons of icing and chocolatey goodness right here at the front, and we're gonna make sure you leave home with the sugar rush. All right, we're gonna make sure that you go home. Yeah. Yeah, and David has a good question. How do you have the cupcakes in Zoom? Right? How do we show this to you? So very very exciting for what we're doing here. So we appreciate you and thank you for everything that you do. All right. So as we get right back to it, tell me something good. What else is good out there? What are we appreciative of? What are we grateful for? What's going well as we're kicking off 2022 with a bang? Come on now. January is almost wrapped up. We're going into February next week. Woo! It's going.
I can share.
Yeah.
So wanted to tell our office that I am a member of the new Keller Williams Sports and Entertainment Division that they just recently rolled out. And I'm excited because I already received a referral. Sorry, I got a little background noise here. It's a person. I already received a referral for an NFL agent who's coming down for Super Bowl. So it's exciting, and I feel it'll help me tie in to, building this luxury division as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Keller Williams is pushing that very hard, the sports and entertainment division. So, more information to come on that. So look out for that. Very exciting what
Thank
they're
you,
working to do
Sandy.
there. Thank you for that. Awesome. David, you were going to say something too. Nice.
The lender, which was Patty and Homebridge and Ruby, her assistant, they were able to get I think the loan was approved within 10 days.
Nice.
Even though it was a conventional loan, it was still 10 days. The seller had no problems, the agent had no problems, and I'm just like, wow, this, and we closed early, so it was a 30-day escrow. I think we closed in like 22 days.
Nice.
So without even trying, I'm like, everybody just did their job, so it was just an amazing experience.
Nice. Well, I appreciate that. Great job, man. Great job, and congrats.
Thank you, David.
To the team.
Thank you.
Appreciate Homebridge for all that they do, and thank you for bringing it and ensuring that our people are taken care of. And so, with that being said, we'll transition to a lender spotlight. Patty, Joe, what's happening?
We survived the day today. Today was a big D day for interest rates. The Fed
Talk to us about that.
Oh yeah. Basically, the Fed, the market and investors wanted to see where the Fed was going to turn as far as if they're going to keep giving money into mortgage-backed securities, which they started doing at the beginning of the pandemic. That helped keep interest rates low. It kept us sustained for the past 2 years, but they made an announcement today that all investors were on board wanting to hear of what their future plan is. So that they are going to raise rates in March. They want to try and curb inflation. They want to bring that down so that can help the overall picture. So there was a bit of a market shift today. The market has kind of forecasted what the Fed was going to say. So rates are still great though. I checked one out recently, and FHA is at 3.75, top tier credit. Conventional is at 4.125. So that did make the shift to the high threes, low fours, but it shouldn't be as volatile because now they know what the Fed stance is as far as the guessing game. So still great historic time for rates. I know the news is going to announce a lot tonight about interest rates coming higher, hiking higher. You're going to get phone calls from your clients, but it's still historic low rates, and we're still going to maybe see some settling on top of that. So it's just quite a volatile day, but the dust is settled, and now we kind of know where we're stands at moving forward.
Well, you mentioned, say, D-Day, right, for loan rates. I mean, what is that worst case scenario? Did you mention a number in there?
Where their forecast is, I'm not quite sure because the market expected the rate hike to come in March, so that didn't throw them off. Okay. They were more thrown off by the announcement and confirmation that the government's not going to keep putting more money into the mortgage-backed securities, which helps keep the rates low. So there's no forecasts yet as far as the peak they're going to hit. We're going to get some more news, and we'll definitely update you when it's settled by tomorrow, not the next day, of where the forecast is. But the major shift that happened today, and it kind of made rates go a little bit higher today, that's still great rates, are the high 3s and low 4s for FHA and conventional. And there are even some down payment assistance programs that I recently looked at that their rates are still in the low to mid 3s. So we can always try and find the best program and option for your first time home buyers, if that's who your clients presently are. Always finding the best program and rate and program for them to pursue and take advantage of.
Love that. Thank you for that. Patty, anything you want to jump in with?
Well, I just want to say thank you to David. He was saying that we closed that deal. It went pretty smooth. Thank you guys. But yeah, like Joe said, the rates are they're still good. I mean, I've been around for 20 years and we've seen the market, up and down, up and down. So you guys, any clients you guys have, we're here just to see where we can put the client, which loan, how, which program they qualify and stuff like that, or any discounts we're able to give them.
And we've seen the market shift before when this kind of rate environment changes. It makes buyers even more aggressive or more get off the fence quicker. And so it's sometimes going to be more incentive for them and get even more business for you.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for that. Thank you for all you do and bringing it for our team. So let's give them a nice reaction button since we're very zoomy today. and a couple rounds of applause, a few rounds of applause. This is good. We have a mixer down there. I think there is a button there that says applause, and I think we can interject our own little applause there, right? And we can also, the warning there is we can also do the boos. So either way, right? Depending, if we don't like what you say, we could definitely boo you, right? So just saying, keeping it interesting. So as we continue to move here, we've got some updates. Obviously, you want to celebrate our team members that got paid, and so we'll transition to that. Give me a second to share that. Yeah, good thing I'm Zoom friendly. Zoom friendly today. Yeah, there we go. And so as we get there, hold on, please wait. There we go. All right, there you go. There we are. So who got paid since our last meeting? So congratulations to our agents who got paid over the last couple weeks, and we're always working to see this list grow. And we're doing everything that we can to help this list grow as well. So congratulations to those who were compensated. As a result, Tina was able to cap on royalties. So congratulations to Tina Dominguez, and a familiar face that we have as well, Mary Jo, royalty capping, right? So taking all the things that she's learned as a team leader and using it for herself, right? So great things. Congratulations, right, to her. And then in regards to that, obviously we know that there's a direct correlation to the agents that produce the most to how often that they're in trainings. And so if you look back at their history, their careers, they're at some point they've been in a highly developmental stage. And so this is just as a reminder of look at what courses that you would like to participate in for this month and ongoing. We're going to be sending out a survey here in the next few weeks about what trainings you would like to see. And also we're going to talk a little bit about today about what type of trainings you would like to see to have all of us hit some of these goals that we all got. And so in regards to upcoming trainings that we have as an office, Ryan, you've got the mic and the radio voice. So please bring it together on what we've got for our training.
Yeah, thank you, Brian. First things we've got is the Chino Valley Housing Report that's going on tomorrow. That's going to be from 11:30 to 1. Lunch will be provided. It is both in-house and over Zoom, I believe. Yes, so it's going to be a hybrid meeting. It's basically going to be a projected market for the entire Chino Valley throughout 2022. So it's something that you're going to want to be here for. It's something that's going to be necessary for your business, and yeah, all that good stuff. On Tuesday, February 1st, our very own John Mansour is going to be hosting a legal update Q&A with 3 very esteemed guests that I can't remember right now, but we have an ad for it, so I'll remember then. is going to be all about the legal changes to the RPA, to real estate in general. So if you have any questions, make sure to write them down and be on that call with them. Of course, we have Ignite 2.0's second half of their courses, Elements, going on through the dates right there. That's essential for any new agent who is looking to build up their business. We have contracts with Kelly that are supposed to be on every Wednesday. I have to reach out to Mahasa because there's been a couple of complications with that. I'm not quite sure what's been going on, but some days they've been on Saturdays, some days they've been on Thursdays. So it's supposed to be every Wednesday at 9 a.m. So I'll get that fixed for you guys and you'll have an update as soon as I have one. And then two very important ones. We have our awards ceremony, our year-to-date awards for 2021 coming up. Wednesday, Friday, what, Ryan? Wednesday, February 23rd at 3 p.m. It's going to be happening during the February 23rd stakeholders meeting for all the award getters who are going to be getting invites. And anybody else who wants to show up, or is it invite only?
It is bring anyone that you want to show off to.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
getting an award, why
Come
not?
come in, show off. There's going to be food. So if you're hungry, my good friend Chef Alex Rivas will be providing a very keto-friendly, healthy meal that's also delicious. It's not just going to be like cauliflower.
Okay.
I don't. Is cauliflower keto friendly?
It could. Okay.
It is.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Cool.
Yeah,
It's
it
not
is.
just going to be cauliflower. And then, of course, we have
Keto-friendly.
family reunion happening February 19th through the 22nd, both on Zoom and in person. We'll be having a little bit more information about that later on as well.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Ryan, and all your keto-friendly goodness. And a quick update too. This is important. Tomorrow, our very own. Well, we've had him here before last year, and yet Stephen Thomas. For those of you who remember him from our last meeting, a really knowledgeable real estate economist locally in Southern California. And he's in the business of educating agents and their clients on what's going on in the real estate housing market and how we all can be prepared as agents to educate our clients on what they can expect moving forward. So you want to be there tomorrow. The date and time for that. The time for that is 11:30. It will be here in person as well as on Zoom. Only downside to Zoom is you won't get any of the lunch provided. So bring your own lunch if you're on Zoom. All right. And just forewarning you on that, when you see people eating, no harm done. All right. So 2022 housing forecast. It's a must for somebody who's been very correct about what we can anticipate about what's happening. He was one of the guys who said, "Hey, don't look at the coronavirus as a negative in regards to housing." And so he saw that coming. There wasn't going to be a doom and gloom, and we've actually seen that show up in the amount of appreciation over the last few years in housing. So you want to be a part of this. I'll check it out so that way you're informed and you know how to educate your clients on what's going on. All right. So be aware of that. And real quick, we're going to be throwing in the chat the sports and entertainment division link for you to get more information on that. And you've got that for in the event that you wanted to register for that or apply. It is an application process. And so as you see that, Keller Williams is about the sports and entertainment division. And there's more information here if you'd like to look into that as well, based off what Mercedes was talking about. So you've got that information there on how to apply and just in general what's going on with that. Okay, so this is a brand new division launched recently, and it's amazing what Keller Williams continues to do to push the narrative around of how we can help people in various parts of real estate. So we're excited about that. And so as we continue to press on here, going back to our slide, there we go. And this is the information that Ryan was talking about on John Manzor's legal Q&A session, so look out for that as well. And that again is on February 1st, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. All right, and we also have Ignite going on. So if you haven't taken Ignite ever, or you haven't taken it in a while, it's a great way to refresh yourself from some great industry, local industry experts. And these are the various sessions that are going through end of February. And then there's another few sessions going into March as well that we can take advantage of as well. So you see that they're covering a bunch of different varieties of a bunch of different parts of the business. I mean, look at number 8, the elementals. When you're looking at financial basics, a lot of times as agents, we don't think about the numbers or the finances, how to not only earn the money, it's about also how we keep the money. And so the financial basics is always a great one to go check out for ourselves. So just a reminder about that. And then obviously we talked about the award ceremony. So lock in the date there, February 23rd. Basically, we're going to go really, we're going to go extravagant when it comes to our stakeholder meeting and making it all about, our folks who were able to win big with over the last year. So then, just a quick reminder. Very reasonable investment for getting everything that you'd want to know. And it's also recorded too. If you're focusing on the digital side of things, you'll be able to go back and check out all the different courses and sessions from agents who are winning in sports and entertainment, agents who are winning in luxury, new construction, commercial, etc. And it's about the agent. So look out for that session. Get registered. We would love to see a lot of our agents a part of this as well. Keller Williams School of Real Estate. We've got a real estate school called Keller Williams School of Real Estate, and it's free, most importantly. And so for those of you who've got family members who've always said that I want to jump into real estate, friends who have said I want to jump into real estate and they haven't taken advantage of it, a real estate school nearby, now we've just literally removed the barrier to entry by helping your loved ones getting to real estate. So the Keller Williams School of Real Estate is amazing. And we partnered with Kaplan to make this work. And we're very much excited about the opportunities for folks to bring somebody to the business and potentially have them call you a profiteer sponsor and participate in the $60,000 we shared last year, and it's only going to go up from here. David.
I have 2 questions on that.
Yeah.
One, is this a generalized school or is it a state-based school?
State-based. Yeah.
And then 2, is this something that agents can go to renew their license as well?
Yes, we do offer continuing education. Absolutely. And that's not free. All right. So the continuing education, it is a fair rate, and it's through Kaplan as well. So you just let us know if you want to jump into the continuing ed of things, and we can actually take care of that for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of it, we've got a lot of good digital. It's web-based. All of it is, and yet there are weekly check-ins for those who are on the real estate licensing side of things. And then we follow that up with KW Prep. KW Prep is, we described this as the everything that you wish that a real estate school would have taught you before you got into real estate. And so literally it's mindset, it's lead generation, it's best practices from a fellow boat coach as well who's teaching it. I recommend it. Obviously, that's also complimentary as well. Okay. And so real quick, we've got a heads up from our broker and broker moment, our broker Vic, as well as our compliance team as well, because we do have some important updates in regards to compliance that we are excited to share with all of you about what's going on. So broker Vic, how you doing, man?
How is everybody doing? Wow.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. So many people showing up, man. We're improving. That's really nice. Guys, thank you for coming. Thank you for taking your time to wanted to know what is going on in the market center. This year is going to be awesome. As you can see, the market is getting hot. Even though the interest rate is going up, guys, don't worry too much about it. When I started my career back in 1987, I started at 12%. And I was because somebody sent me a matrix yesterday about the interest rate of the last 25 years or 30 years. So I came to the conclusion that I was selling real estate between 12 and 7% for almost 8-9 years. Of course, you didn't have $1 million prices like you do every day here, right? But still, you know, I mean, to sell that interest rate, it is kind of challenging because it has to do with affordability. But in any case, we are in a good position. There's going to be more inventory coming up. People are getting now a little scared for the ones that are ready to sell. So, you know, be prepared for that. Go back to your database and start working it, you know, because it's going to pay off. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys, and I'm going to let Sandy talk about the new checklist, whatever, but I'm more concerned, guys, about the new CRMLS guidelines and rules. Because what they are doing now is, remember, they're not giving you any warnings now. And they're even giving fines of $250 to $500 for not putting a picture. So I want you to really go to the CRMLS and check the videos they have for the statuses that they have, especially register. There is a lot of people already. I know of 3 people, not here in our office yet, but in another office. And they have got $2,500 fees. That's ouch. Because
wait a second there, Broker Vic. Are you saying that for not putting in a picture in the MLS, CRMLS is slinging fines to agents? Is that what I'm hearing?
correct, but the 2,500 is for not registering the property and trying to sell it off market. And that's a no, guys. As soon as you get a property to list, even if it's going to be off market, you need to fill your SELM, sell, right? And you have to put the date that it's going to be on the market. If it's more than 21 days, right, then you register the property and then you go back and put it when it's ready. But if it's not 21 days, you know, you got 21 days to put coming soon. So do everything you have to do under coming soon. By the time the property is released in the market, you might have 10 offers if you price it right. But if you don't register, you're going to be paying $2,500. And that has to be within 48 hours that you get the listing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for that. And by the
yeah.
way, there's no excuse on why your picture or why you shouldn't have your pictures in the MLS, especially as well as professional pictures, as you know, Tri-Valley has worked to offer the photography package that it has as at a highly discounted rate, being free to all of you, you know, in our office. So there's no reason why you wouldn't have pictures or professional photography. So reminder
Brian,
about that.
one
If
more
you don't know
thing.
about that, reach out to us about that.
One more thing before I go.
Yeah.
If you put a picture, guys, because you're in a rush and you cannot drive to the property, and you take it from Google, Street Maps, whatever you use, that is a $250 right there. And you will see it the next day. They're checking on us. So, okay, guys, have a good week.
Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and, so Sandy, our Chief Advisory Officer, good day, Sandy. So please fill us in on some of those updates that Victor mentioned as well. And let's go from there, please.
Awesome. Well, good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to start by giving you some additional highlights from the CRMLS common violations. And Victor touched upon some of those. And I just wanted to give you a few more that I had as a takeaway and aha when attending it. So if you weren't able to attend it, I just want to make sure you're aware. One, there is a form called PIA. It will be on the new checklist as well, but it's called Property Images Agreement. And photos is one of the main violations through CRMLS, and that you must get permission to use any photo if you're using it from somebody else. So this is a really good form to use, and you will have it on the checklist. So if you're getting your photos from anyone else, just be sure that you use that property images agreement to have that permission. Also, I just wanted to let you know plot maps were okay. They said that that one is considered public domain, so you're fine with that one. The other is just be aware that you can't have people or animals in your photos. Also, a question had come up during the course where someone had inquired if you're a buyer's agent and you sold the property, you still need to get permission to use the photo from the listing agent? And the answer to that was yes. So please know that, because if you're sending out marketing materials and you're the buyer's agent and you're trying to let everyone know that you sold the property as the buyer's agent, that you still need to get permission from the listing agent in order to utilize that property photo. So also, I just wanted to make you aware on public descriptions. Another common violation is people putting open house information into those property descriptions. So be sure not to do that. And another item I wanted to go over with you has to do with clear cooperation. And this distinction with clear cooperation is that if you start to market a property, you have to have it in the MLS within 1 day. So you can tell that's different. So be sure to be careful that if you do anything to market the property, it kicks in that clear cooperation, which then requires for it to be put into the MLS within 1 business day. So those are some highlights and some takeaways on the most common CRMLS violations. I also just wanted to touch upon, we've been put together a new checklist. So you'll be seeing that. There'll be some support on some training on that. Certainly, if you have any questions, you can email them to us as well. But the checklist is obviously to be compliant, to protect your license, the broker's license, but also to facilitate making it easy for you. So we've really tried to keep that in mind and have really focused on how we can best put this together for you to facilitate you being able to submit your broker files through Command. So again, nice talking with you. Have a great rest of your day, and feel free to give us a shout out if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandy, for that. Any questions so far? There may be a few. Obviously, you see that we're really working hard to make sure that we've got you covered, right, and you're up to date on the know on a lot of these changing guidelines. And I'm sure a lot of us may have heard things just now that we may not have been aware of. You know, for us, you know, even doing the just listed or just sold, right, pictures that we put on Facebook and Instagram, and I just sold this house. Did you get permission from the listing agent for doing so, or by doing so? And you run you rubbed the wrong listing agent the wrong way. Maybe it was a tough transaction, and they know this. They could just go ahead and report you direct and say, hey, that's my listing picture, and they didn't get permission from me. Then boom, that just cost you, you know, a couple $100 easily. So just heads up on that. We know that we love to market what we do and how we're helping people, and we want to make sure that we're protected as well. So Sandy, any chance that we can get a list of those resources or areas for what you mentioned about the marketing resources and some of the guidelines on that we can send out to the team?
Yes, actually, CRMLS has a very comprehensive
Cool.
Q&A that is really great for being able to address a lot of questions.
Okay, awesome. So we'll work on getting that out to everybody, so that way we can make sure people have that. Thank you so much. And also, again, going back to the compliance training, we're going to be rolling that out, to look out for that. It is going to be highly recommended / mandatory, because we want it to be in a scenario where there are going to be some decent changes to the checklist and Command, and we don't want it to be in a scenario where you're working to close a file and you're not aware, or your transaction coordinator is not aware. So this is going to be something for those of you who do your own files, as well as those of you who have a TC, making sure that they personally know or have gone through this session, or if you do your own files, you've gone through this session to know about the changes to the checklist, as well as on Command as well. Again, the intention here is that we're protecting you, and we're protecting our license, and obviously Broker Vic as well, in regards to being able to operate another day, right? That's the goal. That's like the goal of an agent. Some of us sometimes forget that. The goal is to be able to operate another day. right? So that's it, you know, keeping it simple. Obviously,
Well put.
on the way to helping people is to be able to operate another day. That's it. That's it, right? So Mauricio, man, you give me that look, man. He's like, did you just say that? Yeah, I said it, man. I said it, brother. Good to see that you're up and well, though, by the way.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Ryan, I have a question for Victor.
Yeah, please.
Yes, about pocket listings.
Yeah.
It's illegal. A pocket listing is illegal. I mean, it's not allowed. Or what is going on with the pocket listings figure?
Yeah.
Well,
so pocket
there's
listings. Vic, you want to handle that?
well, there's no more pocket listings. Basically, not in our environmental CRMLS. That's why they came out with register, and you're allowed to sell the property only on your own if you have a particular client on your database, as excluded from the market. So that's why you have to register the property, and you can have it registered and still sell the property on your own, but you cannot advertise it, and you cannot put pictures, you cannot put a sign. As soon as you put a sign, they report you, boom, you have $2,500.
I got
So
you. Okay,
yep.
so how about a property with no sign and just emails to agents, and I got a buyer through that strategy. Got a buyer.
As long as you
once-
register,
Without registering. What do you mean by register?
no, register. There is a new status called register, and that's for people that don't want to advertise the property in the market.
And that
that's why
that status is in MLS, or what is it?
Yes, it is in the MLS. It's been already like 45 days. Yes.
But it's not coming soon. It's something different. It's called register instead of coming soon.
Register, yes. You have to go through the listing tools in your when you enter the MLS. There is a listing tools. In there, you're going to find a status that says register a property, and it's very simple. I think they only ask you the address and 3 or
But they
4 or
won't-
5 things.
But they won't share that information with nobody.
No, but what they want to do, the purpose of having the register is because they want to grab the sale, the price, the close, because
The
you know
data.
Don't take me-
vendors.
Don't take me wrong. Excuse me, interrupt you.
Mhm.
Once I got the offer, definitely I'm going to list it, put it in MLS, and close it through MLS. But
Well, you won't need to do that because if you register, you're going to have to report the sale, but it will be there and you sold it by yourself. So, but it has to be under the status of register.
okay, thank you.
Now, on the coming soon, 21 days, you can market in the office. You can market to any client you have within a year, and that client has to have signed the agency disclosure or have to have a buyer's broker agreement with you, but more likely the agency disclosure, where you are representing the buyer. With that, you can sell under coming soon within the office to the public. I don't think it's allowed to the public, but only to the office with the AD signed by the buyer that you're helping for a year.
Oh, coming soon. I have it coming soon, by the way, that I might put it in escrow over the weekend.
Good.
But do I need to register the coming soon? I didn't get that.
No, they register. No, because you already have it coming soon, right?
Right.
Yeah, so don't worry about it. But 21
form-
days,
No,
on the 22nd day, the property will show in the market. So if you already sold it before the 21 day, change the status to active under contract.
got it. Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you, Mauricio, for the question.
All right, right on. Thank you, guys. A quick update on what we're doing with segments. So one of the reasons why we wanted to we formed this group is having a way for our agents to participate in at a higher level with one another around their own personal interests in real estate. And some of us may have gotten into real estate for various reasons to focus on say various things, whether it be let's just say commercial, right? Or let's just say it was around investing or luxury or whatever it might have been. And yet you come into this business and there's so many different things to do and handle and work on that you get sidetracked and you don't have the opportunity to focus on those things. And so with that, that's why we started focusing on giving our agents a chance or a shot to come together and focus on these aspects that make all the sense. So real quick, we're gonna start with luxury, and then we're gonna work our way through the couple segments, and then we're gonna get to our guest speaker. All right, so luxury. So Mercedes, are you share Howard or any one of us sharing a little bit about what we're doing with luxury within our office?
Yes. Can you guys hear me? So I'm on Bluetooth. Okay, perfect. So thank you for, bringing this to light to the office, Brian, because I think, having individual segments within the office so agents can, grow into their individuality outside of just a specific niche is great. And so with the luxury division, what we want to build is market share in, Chino Hills. Mind share equals market share. And for right now, if you drive around Chino Hills area, typically for KW, you see your Belinda signs, you see Brea signs. I rarely see a Chino Hills agent repping our high price points here. And through that, I think we have to start with, education first. Now, it's also about relationships, and I think you should know how to, speak to that clientele, whether it's the materials in the house, whether it's specific builders that you know. So learning and growing within, that realm. For instance, they have a Ritz-Carlton, school of business that teaches you how to do, white glove service for the affluent, as well as, really building out the marketing. And, as ALC members, we brought it to the office's attention as well, as like, hey, if we're willing to invest in ourselves and, grow the marketing, is the office, willing to also back us, and so that we can have, our own magazines, photo shoots, whatever that, typically looks like, as well as getting really involved in the community, getting to know affluent people here, as well, so that we can start to build those relationships also with the other agents too. And so bringing back old school caravans where you as an office, we're going to go tour luxury properties out in Chino Hills, and then building those relationships with those agents, and, seeing how we can all collectively work together and collaborate. And it's not just luxury, just isn't for, if you're in the ALC. We also want to just spice up our office and grow our numbers. And we decided that we want to open it up to agents who have sold at least 5 million within the last 12 months. And that way you can also participate in what we're building in the luxury division.
So there's multiple tiers on that, right? And so in regards to the joint marketing efforts that we're talking about, and Mercedes highlighted too, it's also about the education. So if you were going to look at, okay, what were the 3 priorities that were are important to luxury? We decided amongst meetings, education, like she mentioned, um, community networking, and also marketing, right? And so for those of you who may not have been at that 5 million or above over the last 12 months, this is still the forum for you to jump in and learn and see what it takes to get to that 5 million and beyond on an annual basis. And so it's a great way to be a fly on the wall, to listen in and see what top agents are doing to help elevate your skill set and in the luxury realm. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyone else want to jump in on the conversation around luxury? And,
yeah, any questions or anything? I don't know if our other team members are on here.
I think Howard's on and whatnot. However, I also want to throw in, so put on the date, February 10th. That's where we're going to have our segment day, February 10th. That will be, I believe, the luxury meeting on February 10th was, I think you guys had
at 12 p.m.
12 p.m. is your
and that's open to everyone in the office.
Open to everyone, so feel free to jump in and participate, and come with your questions and your notes, and be ready to learn about what's going on in the luxury end of things. So, and what some of the goals are. So the goal or the intention around this meeting is to learn what it would take for you to feel confident in selling luxury, and then we're going to work on helping everyone implement that. So February 10th, and what Mercedes said, 12 o'clock?
Correct.
12 o'clock, there it is. Okay, so look out for that. Put that on the marker for yourselves, and then we're gonna move over to commercial. So we'll see.
Did anyone have questions? For me?
If anyone has questions, they can direct message you or call you or email you direct. Please put your information in the email so that way we can look out for that. And we're gonna send an email out with these details as well, so that way we all got it just for the sake of time. Thank you so much. So commercial. Let's go to that.
What's up, guys? Nick here in my office on Zoom because Gary and I are just inundated with deals right now. Talking about our segment, we set out some pretty lofty goals for this year. We're looking to grow our division to a $1 million GCI division by the end of the year. That's going to take support from you guys, our residential agents, and our network and SOI within the office. There are commercial deals out there that you guys come across all the time, and I'd be willing to bet that most of them fall to the wayside, and that's how we're going to close that gap. We're going to be talking on February 10th and given a whole crash course on how to properly execute a referral between the commercial division and the residential division. What the commissions look like, what the referral fees look like, and walking you through hand in hand what the transaction would look like. And hopefully we can hear from a couple agents that we've done referrals with already in the office, so that you can hear testimony from them as to generally how simple we try to make it, or if someone likes to be more involved, how involved you can be. On top of that goal,
Do we have a time frame? I think somebody asked about what time. Do we lock in the time yet?
I think we're taking 2:30. If
Yeah,
we can.
I think 2:30 sounds right.
Yeah. So yeah, 2:30 on the 10th. We'll have that going on. And additionally, one of our other goals is that we want to add from our office 5 people into the division. So we'd like to recruit internally 5 people as well as 5 outside people by the end of the year into our division. So unlike luxury, there's not necessarily any prerequisites that you would need to meet to be in commercial. There are commitments once you join the platform, and Gary can talk more about those in a sec. But generally speaking, we're open to working with anybody in the office who has commercial deals. We don't discriminate. We want to do business with all of you guys because as an office, we have goals. And as part of the ALC, we've all discussed these goals. And in order for us to close the gap on the office's goals, we need to have a strong referral network within inside the office and be able to recruit agents to develop their skills to become commercial agents potentially full time. So that's something that we're going to work on over the next couple months and rolling out marketing materials and more information and training about how you can do this and what it's really like in our side of the business. And we'll be open door to answer any questions that you guys have. I'm here usually 2 or 3 days a week and available every day over the phone or email. So don't hesitate to reach out. A lot of you guys don't know that we exist. So hopefully every time we talk, you are learning more and more about us. But yeah, we're looking to close that gap. Keep an eye out. I know the office is going to help us with some support for internal marketing and awareness. And Brian has been super supportive and yeah, we're excited to roll this whole thing out. So Gary, I don't know if you have anything.
Yeah, be ready to show up for that day, right? 2:30 to 3:30 about for a commercial. Awesome on that. Thank you for that, Nick.
Yep.
Great job.
Nick, would you be able to drop your phone number and email into the chat? We've got a couple people asking for it.
Yep, no problem. I will pass it on.
Absolutely. February 10th, 2:30 commercial. All right. And I'm going to take the wealth building segment and the wealth building and investing. So, this is a conversation of, what would it look like? And Gary, I want you to jump in, right? You pop up when we start talking about some investing and wealth building. So now I see your face on my screen, so I'm gonna ask you to jump in on this as well. Obviously, the other half of the commercial division here. And yet, do you want to share a little bit about what we talked about around wealth building? and some of the focus?
Well, what's interesting is even at the corporate level within the commercial division, there's an agenda to roll out a wealth building opportunity, which basically is, to have, the real estate professionals invest in their own business, which not enough or very many people do. We are merely with Brian's direction and motivation, I believe are going to take kind of a two-pronged approach. One is an educational agenda to get people more attuned to how to manage and build their own estates and personal wealth. And an offshoot of that, and hopefully important and hopefully successful, will be to capitalize on investment opportunities that we run across by setting up opportunity funds or at least small investment groups to act on some of the things that we run across in the marketplace. So it's pretty exciting. I mean, we're kind of feeling our way through it, I believe, but this is something I know, because I've known Brian for a while, that he has just been working on this for probably 3 years or so that I know about. And the opportunity to roll it out and achieve some of these objectives before the end of the year is going to be kind of fun. And hopefully we get a lot of participation from the market center, in general, and take advantage of this. So
Yeah. And the goal, the literally the one goal for that is to, on average, increase our participants' net worth by an average 20%, which is, I think, very doable in the event that we're doing the right things in the right way. So, again, like Gary said, it's life planning. If I were to give you the three main nuggets: life planning, R&Ding the opportunities, so research and development is really coming down to what are the best investments out there, whether we're looking at nationally, internationally, as well as hyper locally, and looking at the different types of investments within that forum is what we're looking at too. So that's something that we're excited about. The time for that, we'll be discussing more, will be the 10th of February, and that will be at 1:30 to 2:30. All right, so 1:30 to 2:30, the 10th of February. So you're getting a little theme here. February 10th seems to be the day. And I trust that those of you who are excited about it, we'll see you in person. And also we will, just in case in the event, have a Zoom for anyone who isn't able to make it in person. And we'll do our best to record it and take notes. And it's always better in person. All right. So with that being said, any other thoughts, Gary? Did I miss anything?
no, all good. Excited too. That should be something that we get a lot of people attending, because there's going to be a little bit of something in there for everybody, whether you jump in and participate, in investments this year or sometime in the future. This is all going to be good information at both the personal and professional level. So I encourage you to attend.
It's all good. All right. And then for our folks who are all about the leverage and figuring out ways to do more in less time or do more efficiently, we have a business leverage segment for those who are thinking about, how can I, duplicate my efforts, scale, and or just, what, I don't have the ability to, based off my current time parameters, to do everything myself. So, how do I partner in the best way possible? And this is just really a business dialogue, business conversation. And with that, the three priorities for the business leverage segment are, please hold, leverage, right? The curriculum. So Keller Williams, unknownly to a lot of us, has a phenomenal curriculum on how to leverage the real estate sales business. And we'll talk about some of those principles within Keller Williams, as well as we're looking at things outside of KW as well, to make sure that we're getting a well-rounded approach. And then leadership, how do you go from, only working from your own understanding and your own perspective as a solopreneur, and start looking at what it means to partner with other people outside of ourselves, right? And no matter what way or format, what does that look like? And then finally, skill building, right? So we know that in order for us to run a leveraged and or systematized type of business, we've got to know what we're doing and have the skill set to execute on what that looks like. So that is the leverage business forum. That is going to be on the 10th. And the time frame for that right now is we're narrowing it out to be at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. for the leverage business session. All right. So making sure that we're all aware of that. You'll have those times. We'll send a follow up reminder about these dates and times, and the people to talk to about that. All right. Most importantly, just show up for that day and time. Amy, what's happening? Leverage is 10 a.m. Yes, 10 a.m. for leverage. Good deal. Awesome. All right. We talked about a lot, and we've got some great additional information. We're very excited to partner with our very own Scott Leroy. Some of you have heard about him or his services. Probably one of the best and more expansive tech support trainers and educators in KW. And so Scott, the floor is yours. Fill us in on what we need to know about what you do, how you do it, and why in the world did you do what you do?
That's that. The last part on there is that's going to take a while to explain because I don't even know the answer to that one. So I appreciate y'all having me on today. So thank you so much. So much like you're saying, so my name is Scott Leroy. I always say I run the lamest named company of all time, Scott Leroy Marketing. And I apologize for my appearance in a giant peacoat. It's I'm in Orlando, Florida, and it's 59 degrees outside. So that's, as I've been telling everyone, the sign of the apocalypse basically right now for anyone over here. So not used to anything below 70. So we are here to we're here to really help with all of your kids' technology, really make your life that much easier, help to kind of take everything off your plate, and really at the end of the day to kind of enable you to really utilize all the different KDB tools that are accessible. So we have a bunch of different items that are available for you, and if it is possible, I can actually show something real quick if I can share my screen on here. We're basically here to kind of help you with anything accessible on the KDB platform. Oh, thank you so much. Easy. All right, so in this case, let me flip this around for y'all real quick. So this is the scottleroymarketing.com site, and I'll put this over inside our chat section to help y'all out as well too. All right, and the password on here to access everything is just going to be your market center number. So it'll be 559. And once you sign in, everything you'll want to access is under this agent resources section on here.
So real quick on that note, Scott, a lot of people don't know that we have access to you. And that's why obviously we're making this awareness happen, is because this is something that we've partnered with you on and our marketing center has invested in for us to take advantage of. And so thank you for just that alone, making sure that our people can have access by utilizing and remembering that password.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And more importantly, the biggest part about this is everything is completely complimentary. So everything I'm going to chat about inside here, the best part is it's all free. So it, just based on the graciousness of the office, you guys are able to utilize everything on here. So there's no cost, nothing of that sort. So Cynthia, the good part on that is just a password. So that's all you'll need to sign in. I unfortunately already logged in on here. I skipped a step on there, so I apologize. But this will just give you that password to make it a little bit easier for you. So the first part that we do offer on here that some of y'all may have seen if you're a brand new or newer agent is our agent onboarding through the questionnaire section. And this is really meant to get you fully up and running with all of your KDB technology, whether it's your website, your email, your app, your e-transaction platform through DocuSign, even going through and making sure all your profiles are up and running. Now, one thing I always like to highlight in team meetings, though, is that this questionnaire section is not just for kind of new agents by any means. All right, obviously, it'll help to get you up and running if you are brand new to the office, but we have our existing agent questionnaire on here, and I'll put that link inside the chat section because I highly suggest taking advantage of this at the end of the day, because this will actually allow us to go through and really treat you like a brand new agent joining as of today. So we'll actually look at your entire account and say, hey, if you were to join KW as of January 26, What are you missing that you may not have had set up or maybe not activated quite yet? So we're going to go through and treat you like a brand new agent and adjust anything that we see to fully optimize your account. So I always like to highlight this because maybe you were on a team and now you're on your own, or maybe you joined a couple of years ago and so much is consistently changing. It's always nice to see, what else could I be utilizing that I may not know about? So I always like to say our existing agent questionnaire is kind of like a yearly check-in with the doctor, just to make sure that everything is all good to go, everything's working correctly on there. So outside of our onboarding, we also have training classes for y'all as well too. So we do have live webinars that happen every Monday through Friday right at 10 a.m. So I'll put a few more items in our chat section on here for anyone that is in Zoom over here, or on Zoom, I guess is what I should say. All right, so our live webinars are accessible every Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. right at slmwebinar.com. So S like Scott, L like Leroy, M like marketing, webinar.com. And they're fully interactive. So if you want to come on there and ask questions, do everything with us, it's meant for y'all to kind of do everything as well. And you can find all of our training calendars accessible on here as well too, just to kind of highlight everything possible that's available for you to utilize. All right, so in this case, please feel free to join on. So we have classes that purely go over the command platform, where everything is located, what it does. We have classes just on database management, classes just on marketing, just on Facebook ads, just on smart plans, opportunities, DocuSign. So the sky's kind of the limit on here. So feel free to take a look at all of our different training classes. And I always say, and hopefully this kind of idea, or I don't even know, I don't want to say metaphor, but what I kind of basically explain makes a little bit of sense to y'all. So the way I always kind of explain our training classes is that it's kind of a mixture of the Bob Ross television show meets Dora the Explorer. So it's kind of like Bob Ross, where it's the Happy Trees guy, where he's painting and you're supposed to paint along with him, but it's going at the speed of a Dora the Explorer episode. So I always say it's meant for you to kind of do, much like I'm doing right now, screen sharing it. It's meant for you to do it along with us. So it's always great if you can watch it on one window and then do it along with us on another, watch it on one screen and do it on another, because it's going to be meant for you to do with us. So not only are we going to train you on how to do it, but we want to get you some practice in there as well too. But it's going at a slower pace because we know that, not all internet is created equally by any means. So we want to make sure that you're able to follow along with us. We're going to hover over stuff to click on. So it's definitely going at a pace for everyone to join on. But then we even have challenges on here too, if you want to learn more about how you can jumpstart into command and start to utilize all the different tools, and then even cheat sheets. So if you're looking at kind of FAQ plus options, not only will these cheat sheets talk about everything that's accessible for you, but it's also going to give you walkthrough items on how you can utilize it as well too. All right, so not only will we talk about, what is designs, what am I seeing when I click on the designs applet, but then we're going to walk you through how to create designs, how to utilize them. All right, so that's all available in the training section. And if you can't make it to the live training class, or maybe you have to leave early, or you just want to come back and rewatch it later on too, no worries. All right, we record literally anything and everything, probably more than we should. So all these items are accessible for you. They're all alphabetically organized and then chronologically organized. So once you click on any of them, it'll then show the most recent class. So if we had like a campaigns class today, for instance, then this might say something like, when I click on it, campaigns 101-1/26. So you'll see the most recent class immediately that you can access right away. So please feel free to utilize any of these. And then we also have some tech tips. We're always coming out with new tips. So if a 1 hour class is not your cup of tea, no worries. I know that's a lot of talking over 1 hour, I get it. But if you want something a little bit quicker, these are usually 1 to 5 minute videos that'll just jump right into what you may be looking for. All right, so not only do we have the opportunity to help to get you fully up and running and optimized, help to train you on everything, but then we even have support. And this is one of my favorite things I always like to highlight in team meetings, because inevitably at the end of the day, this is one of the biggest things that you can take advantage of. So here's our support page. I'll put that inside the chat section on here for y'all too. All right, and then here is our support contact info as well. All right, so at the end of the day, we are here to help to make your life a little bit easier. So our contact info is available down here at the bottom just to kind of help you out. So if you ever have any issues, questions, or concerns with any of the KW technology, specifically for troubleshooting, please feel free to reach out to us. Whether you're having an issue signing into KW, maybe you're having an issue with DocuSign, there's an issue going on with your website, with the database, whatever it may be, we can help to kind of troubleshoot that right away. So think of us as basically an extra tech staff member to help out right away on here. Now, beyond that, we also have services that are just for y'all that are for free. So that's the best part about it. So in this case, we can actually do all these items for you. So this is stuff that typically you would hire a marketing or admin person to do that are just available. All right, so if you need help just getting your command set up and that's it, or maybe you need help launching that smart plan or syncing your contacts on here, all right, we can actually do all these items for you. All right, we even have the ability to go through and import a database for you. So if you are saying, you know, hey, I'm using this CRM over here, but I want to move to command, we can help to reformat everything and get that into command for you right away so you can start to utilize the platform. All right, we even have services just on the Keller Cloud platform, whether it's on Command, MyKW, or Connect, whether you're getting your profile completed. Maybe you're joining a team and you want to, you know, brand everything as the team on there. We can help with that. Or vice versa, maybe you're branching out on your own. We can help to unbrand everything. All right, if you need a QR code created, we can do that for you. If you need to update your bio, your headshot, email, phone number, social media info, we can update everything possible on here too. All right, and then of course, on top of that, we even have KB email services and even website services on here as well too. All right, so all these items are accessible for you to utilize. So even if you need help on the IDX site on command, getting testimonials added in, adding in a download app page, forwarding your domain, featuring your listings, adding in Google Analytics, all right, we can do all these items for you, or even a mortgage calculator. All right, and these are all clickable buttons that you can select that allow us to go through and adjust everything possible for you. So you aren't obligated to fill this out on here. You can always just contact us via email or phone, obviously, but in this case, if you fill it out on here, we'll know exactly what you're looking for so we can adjust that right away. All right, and then on the compliance side, we also have DRE updating. So if you want to make sure that your DRE is added into everything possible that's going to be live on the KW technology, whether it's for marketing, whether it's for your website, we can help to adjust that for you as well too. All right, and once again, these will just kind of help to basically allow you to go through and fill out exactly what we'll need in a secure format for us to get everything completed for you. All right, and then usually we always say it takes about a business day. It usually is done hopefully that same day. We're always shooting to get it done immediately for you guys. But at business day, typically at the latest on there. So please feel free to take advantage of that. And then the final big item we have are some additional templates that are available on here too. All right, so we do have marketing templates that are accessible. All right, and this is all available under scoutlowermarketing.com/templates. So I always say nothing too crazy at the end of the day. We have a little bit over 1,000 templates, nothing insane by any means. They're all through Google Slides, so it's basically PowerPoint to help y'all out and make it a little bit simpler. So whether you have a Mac or a PC, as long as you have a KW.com email or a Gmail account, you can use this immediately. All right, so then once you come on here, you'll be able to click this file button, select make a copy, and then you'll be able to copy this to access it and edit everything right away. So you can edit your name, your contact info, your logo, your address. I always joke around and say, hopefully you'll put inside a non-7-year-old headshot, maybe something a little bit more relevant than mine on here. All right, so these are all available for you to utilize. And you don't have to use it just for this particular information. Obviously, you can put inside, you know, if this is for an email, but maybe you say, hey, I want to use that for Facebook, or I want to use that for Instagram, or I want to put that over on my own email as a newsletter to send out. You can do whatever you want to, all right? Completely up to you on there. All right, and so that's all accessible for you. So a couple questions came in. Do you have admin training or technical support for Command? We do, yeah. So we do also have additional training just on kind of the nitty gritty on everything too. So not only do we have some additional, like some of our training classes are actually a little bit more in depth than what it says on here. It goes very detailed into those items, especially for admin. So if you happen to have any administrative assistants or anything, let us know, because we actually have kind of our own little checklist of what we typically suggest for them as well. And feel free to send over any question also, or if your admin has any question, feel free to have them reach out. Some admins will say, you know, hey, I just joined, where should I start? And then we always say, well, this is exactly what we would suggest right away. All right, and then a question came over too about supporting the commercial platform. Yes, I'm gonna say yes. I know they've just made some adjustments on there, so we're learning on it as well too. But we do help out with the commercial side also. So if you have any issues, any questions, any concerns that come up on there too, feel free to reach out to us because we do help with that also. All right, but really think of us as basically an extra, tech staff member in your office to help out with all the key to technology, and really reach out to us at any time. That is what we're here for, is to be additional leverage for y'all.
Yeah, I think Gary's a fan. You had him at commercial. Uh, yeah, you mentioned Bob Ross, and then it clicked for me. I'm like, that's why I feel so calm right now. As Scott, I mean, he had an interesting way of taking all the craziness of tech and just making it so calming. I was tranquil right there. So Scott, keep talking, brother. Like, what's the
It's so funny. The Bob Ross show is that show. It builds up my anxiety because everything looks great, and then he puts a splotch on there, and I'm like, you just ruined that entire masterpiece, and then it looks even better 5 seconds later. So that's not good for your anxiety.
Oh man, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for all that you do. There's a good amount that I didn't know that you did. So thank you for just refreshing us on everything that you guys do. And you've been hard at work. You've been hard at work putting together, layering all these resources. So this is awesome.
Yeah, of course. No, my favorite thing I always get to say is when we started the company, or when I started the company 10 years ago, I had a lot more hair and a lot less weight. So it's always good to see how it's coming to fruition on here.
Oh man, I hear that, man. Cheers to that sentiment right there. You're not alone. All right, so thank you. And by the way, we did move a little bit quick. Going back to our segments, and obviously you know how to communicate with Scott Leroy and his team. So he's left his information in the chat. And for a lot of the things that we do, we'd probably, for a percentage of it, direct you right back to Scott, because his system, as you've seen, is pretty dialed in, and it's easy, and plus you get to hear the voice. So just be because he'll talk you really smoothly off the ledge. All right, and so that's what he's there for. You should be like a crisis negotiator, my man. I'm telling you, you'd win every time.
It's so funny you say that. Ever since my wife's been working from home for the past 2 years, with everything going on, and she told me, she's like, I don't know how people listen to you all day long. So I appreciate that. We'll take the vote of confidence.
Take this clip and send this over to her, right? All right, it's like, hey, this is your testimonial. Like, my voice works.
Anything that's going to help me. So I appreciate it.
Hey, I got off on a tangent there a little bit. All right, so I know we've got some of our great people here for the segments. I wanted to let anyone else who's excited about this segments or wanted to share some of their take before we wrap up today on some other reasons why they should join in, and any questions about any of the segments that we've got and we're looking to bring on February 10th. Any questions, as well as any one of our other segment leaders want to chip in and maybe sharing a reason why you're excited about it, what you're looking forward to, as well as why any other reason why anyone would want to jump in. And I'll just share that before we look to wrap up. Anyone want to jump in? Questions, thoughts? Anyone looking forward to the 10th? What if I said that there was going to be lunch? Cold beers, free lottery tickets. I'll just all right. Lottery tickets, thumbs up. Okay. It's your chance to be a millionaire. We should play that one day, right? Your chance? Who wants to be a millionaire? We should play that. That should be a stakeholder meeting. Who wants to be a fictitious millionaire? Just on Zoom. We could do that. All right, so this is what happens when you're out of material for the meeting. We just start to ramble a little bit. We got nothing else for you other than, hey, it's a great day. Happy birthday, Ryan. And it's all good here when we got cupcakes and Ryan and great people to share them with. I won't be participating in this.
Did you just shake that entire box
I did
of
shake, so the
cupcakes?
icing meshes one with the cover. So I just helped somebody out. I probably took like 100 calories off of that. It just off of each cupcake. I'm just saying. So I'm done there. I'll be here all day. Everybody, have a great rest of your day. Be well. Looking forward to seeing you in the next stakeholder meeting and February 10th for our segments. I trust we've filled this place up in a safe way. And we're here to learn together on how we can push our businesses forward. So everybody have a great rest of your day. Be well. Stay great.
Thanks, Ryan. That was a good
And happy
meeting.
birthday again.
Thanks, Brian. Happy birthday,
Thank
Ryan.
you. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Take
Great
care.
meeting. Thanks, Ryan. It was a good meeting.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you,
Bye.
everybody. Thank you, Ryan.